Today we're going to review for our summative assessment on counting atoms and recognizing evidences of chemical change. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink and we're going to review a few pages in our textbook.
Change it up. Change it up. What are the signs of a chemical reaction? Have you seen leaves change color in the fall or smelled sour milk? The changes in leaves and milk are caused by chemical reactions. A chemical reaction is the process in which atoms are rearranged to produce new substances. During a chemical reaction, the bonds that hold atoms together may be formed or broken. The properties of the substances produced in a chemical reaction are different than the properties of the original substances. So a change in properties is a sign that a chemical reaction may have happened. For example, a solid substance called a precipitate may form in a solution. A color change, a change in odor, precipitate formation, and the appearance of gas bubbles are all evidence of a chemical reaction. Visualize it. 5. Identify. In each blank box, identify the evidence that a chemical reaction has taken place. New substances that smell bad are produced when milk turns sour. A black column forms when sugar reacts with sulfuric acid. A yellow liquid and a colorless liquid react to form a red precipitate. Gas bubbles form when baking soda and vinegar react. How are chemical reactions modeled? You can describe the substances before and after a reaction by their properties. You can also use symbols to identify the substances. Each element has its own chemical symbol. For example, H is the symbol for hydrogen and O is the symbol for oxygen. You can use the periodic table to find the chemical symbol for any element. A chemical formula uses chemical symbols and numbers to represent a given substance. The chemical symbols in a chemical formula tell you what elements make up a substance. The numbers written below and to the right of chemical symbols are called subscripts. Subscripts tell you how many of each type of atom are in a molecule. For example, the chemical formula for water is H2O. The subscript 2 tells you that there are 2 atoms of hydrogen in each water molecule. There is no subscript on O, so each molecule of water contains only 1 oxygen atom. With chemical equations. To model reactions, chemical formulas can be joined together in an equation. A chemical equation is an expression that uses symbols to show the relationship between the starting substances and the substances that are produced by a chemical reaction. The chemical equation below shows that carbon and oxygen react to form carbon dioxide. The chemical formulas of carbon and oxygen are written to the left of the arrow. The chemical formula of carbon dioxide is written to the right of the arrow. Plus signs separate the chemical formulas of multiple products or reactants. 6. Identify. Circle the subscript in the chemical formula below. A water molecule has 2 hydrogen H atoms and 1 oxygen O atom. Visualize it. Reactants are the substances that participate in a chemical reaction. Their chemical formulas are written on the left. Products are the substances formed in a reaction. Their chemical formulas are written on the right. An arrow known as a yields sign points from reactants to products. 7. Analyze. Use what you know about chemical formulas to identify the product in this reaction. 8. Apply. How many atoms of each element are in one molecule of the product?
On your summative assessment today, you're going to be tested on 8.5D, recognizing that chemical formulas are used to identify substances and determine the number of atoms of each element in chemical formulas containing subscripts. We will also focus on our 6th grade TEK, identify the formation of a new substance by using the evidence of a possible chemical change, such as the production of a gas, change in temperature, production of a precipitate, or color change. Your 8th grade TEK, investigate how evidence of chemical reactions indicate that new substances with different properties are formed and how that relates to the law of conservation of mass. Today you'll have 15 questions. Click on the video to watch how to access the test on CMS. Your test code is here below. You'll need to use the periodic table as well. Good luck.